Hello and good morning, good afternoon and good evening to all the participants that are joining virtually across the globe. Before I begin, I would like to thank the organizers of the 21st Work Knowledge Forum for providing me with the opportunity to participate in what is the largest business forum in Asia, an event that brings together global leaders to address the importance of knowledge in meeting the challenges and the opportunities of a rapidly changing world. The theme of this year's forum, Pandenomics Perspective, Shaping New Global Symbiosis, is particularly timely. The unprecedented challenges presented by the current global pandemic have clearly shown the importance of science and innovation and of how knowledge is communicated to the public to foster behaviors that improve public health. Faced with a new disease, governments, health experts, companies, civil society, and others have to rapidly develop solutions to minimize the spread of contagion and also minimize risk for the population while protecting the economy. The way in which evidence underpins decisions and solutions are communicated can make a significant difference, which means that media and all those who have a role in communicating to the public has significant responsibility here. Ultimately, this pandemic is pushing everyone to act quickly, to act on science, and foster dialogue to provide solutions that work. Knowledge and the way this knowledge is shared, communicated, and used for decision making is key. This perspective is also applicable to tobacco and nicotine. It strengthens the notion that positive change can be accelerated if everyone works together to find common sense solutions based on evidence as opposed to ideology or politics. There are many human activities that are harmful, such as cigarette smoking, that science and scientific knowledge can and are helping to find solutions to reduce the harms they cause. The impact of climate change and how it has made sustainability a key focus for governments and businesses, including ours, is a very good example. Fossil fuels are also being phased out in favor of renewable energies, and the automobile industry is rushing to convert from gasoline to electric vehicles. These solutions are not zero impact to climate, but are better than burning fossil fuels. Tobacco and nicotine should also be part of this global conversation. At Philip Morris International, we are focused on delivering a common sense solution to one of the world's most pressing issues: how to reduce the harm caused by cigarette smoking. Of course, the best thing smokers can do for their health is not to start or to quit if they do smoke. This is clear, and the message should be repeated. However, despite the various cessation efforts, all of which we believe should continue, even the World Health Organization, the WHO, believes that in 2025 there will be approximately the same number of smokers in the world as we have today, around 1 billion. In fact, 9 out of 10 adults continue smoking each year. So regardless of your opinion of our industry, there is one thing on which we should all agree. These individuals deserve better options than continued smoking. Today we have the science, the technology, and the innovation that allow us to provide better alternatives to those who would otherwise continue smoking. Cigarettes, a product that remained virtually unchanged for almost 2 centuries, can now be replaced by innovative, less harmful products. More than 5 years ago, we made this our purpose. At Philip Morris International, our vision is to replace cigarettes with better alternatives as soon as possible. What does this mean in real terms? Cigarettes burn tobacco at high temperatures that reach 900 degrees Celsius and more. It is the burning that generates the vast majority of toxicants found in cigarette smoke and are associated with smoking-related diseases. Eliminating the burning is therefore the most promising way to offer a less harmful alternative to all those who would otherwise continue using cigarettes. Scientifically substantiated e-cigarettes and heated tobacco products do not burn tobacco, but heat a liquid or a tobacco rod well below combustion temperatures and are designed to generate significantly lower levels of harmless chemicals compared to cigarettes. When properly regulated and subject to quality controls, they are much better options than cigarettes for adults who would otherwise continue to smoke. It is with this in mind that we developed and scientifically assessed a range of products that do not generate combustion and that adult smokers would like to switch to. Our leading smoke-free product, an electronic heated tobacco device, was test marketed in 2014, and today it is sold in 57 countries around the world, including Korea. More than 15 million consumers have adopted it to date, and of those, over 11 million have switched to it completely and abandoned cigarettes. This is unprecedented, and it is the result of our commitment to lead a dramatic change, disrupting our own business to ultimately replace cigarettes entirely. In 2019, over 98% of our research and development and over 70% of our commercial expenditure were dedicated to our smoke-free products. In the 57 countries where our smoke-free products are commercialized, almost all of our commercial expenditure is dedicated to these alternative products as well. Our science is unmatched in the industry. To date, we have conducted 10 clinical studies on our leading heated tobacco product and 8 laboratory studies. Important elements of our research have been confirmed by over 30 independent studies and reviews. Recently, the United States Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, authorized the sale and marketing of the IQOS tobacco heating system as a modified risk tobacco product, or MRTP. In doing so, the agency found that granting an exposure modification order is appropriate to promote the public health. IQOS is the first and only electronic nicotine product to be granted marketing orders through the FDA's modified risk tobacco product process. In its decision, the agency concluded that the available scientific evidence demonstrates that IQOS is expected to benefit the health of the population as a whole, taking into account both users of tobacco products and those who do not currently use tobacco products. This decision demonstrates that IQOS is a fundamentally different tobacco product and a better choice for adults who would otherwise continue smoking. The United States FDA decision shows, once again, how important scientific knowledge is. The authorization was granted based on a review of the extensive scientific evidence package that Philip Morris International submitted to the FDA in December 2016 to support its modified risk tobacco product applications, and of the available evidence from independent research organizations. It took this scientific evidence into account to ensure that consumers receive accurate, non-misleading information to inform their choices. In short, the FDA's MRTP process provides an important example of how governments and public health organizations can regulate smoke-free alternatives to differentiate them from cigarettes in order to protect and promote public health. It is even more important if we consider the confusion that still reigns across the globe in regard to smoke-free products. Surveys show that in many countries, such as the US, the UK, and France, to name a few, the majority of people still believe nicotine, rather than combustion, is the primary cause of smoking-related diseases, and they are confused about the relative risks of the different products on the market. This is counter to common sense. People should be able to make informed choices. Public health can benefit from that. In the last few years, we have seen growing consensus around smoke-free products and the role they can play for men and women who smoke and for public health. Like the United States FDA's recent decision, in growing numbers, governments and regional organizations have updated all regulations, originally designed for cigarettes, to leverage the potential of e-cigarettes and heated tobacco. These include the European Union, the UK, Italy, Portugal, and recently Greece, just to name a few. With the right regulatory encouragement and support from civil society, many countries could realistically end the sale of cigarettes within 10 to 15 years. We are using knowledge to make giant steps towards a smoke-free future, a future where cigarettes are replaced by better alternatives to the benefit of the people who smoke, public health, and society at large. And we are making tremendous progress. But change can happen much faster if others embrace the opportunity and play their role. Scientists, non-government organizations, public health professionals, competitors can and should do more to accelerate the transition. Every day in which we do not encourage the over 8 million Koreans who smoke and over 1 billion of people worldwide to switch is a day in which they continue using cigarettes. It is time to leave behind old, ideologically driven fights and private interests and put evidence at the center of our decisions. It is time to lead with courage and the willingness to move beyond attacking the industry and focus on what the science tells us and how it can truly improve public health. It's time to embrace this opportunity. Better can be achieved faster. We are doing our part, and we hope others will do theirs.
The World Knowledge Forum